Hello, everyone. Welcome back to yet another political episode. We are back. We are back again, and we have another death. That is the death of Richard H. Stallings. He is a Democrat from the state of Idaho, the former Idaho Democratic Party chair, and a negotiator, a part of the United States Nuclear Waste Commission under Bill Clinton. He was also a congressman representing Idaho's 2nd Congressional District in the United States House of Representatives. And I would tell you, this guy, he doesn't really have much of an electoral history other than he's been in the United States House of he's in the House of Representatives from like 1985 to 1993. And in the 2nd District, he ran in 2014, and obviously he lost because we do know the 2nd Congressional District is solid Republican. It shows how we went from a moderate Idaho back from the 1980s, and let's be honest, Idaho wasn't really that moderate. It was pretty Republican as a result, but it was flexible voting for the opposite political party, the Democratic Party, once in a while, and you had Richard H. Stallings being that one candidate that they ended up voting for. So he represented that 2nd Congressional District, which is mainly this area right here. It's more populated as Blaine, which is a nothing burger. We're talking about Boise. Boise is actually in this 1st Congressional District. Or, I don't know, Boise, actually, yeah, Boise's here. Never mind. Like, parts of Boise, Idaho, are right here, and that's where Boise is, right here, and that's the capital of Idaho. And yes, he represented that area, but most notably, what qualifies him to be talked about is specifically this race right here, the 1992 Senate race, and he runs for Senate, and let's just say he does pretty well. I mean, he loses, but putting it into proper context, that this is Idaho, he ends up doing pretty well. But first, I'm going to see if there's any possibilities we could pull up a primary map. Otherwise, I do believe that we can just assume that Idaho has backed, let's just say, Stallings in the Democratic primary by like over 70%, meaning that he probably carried every county, being realistic here. But let's see if there's a Senate race. 1992, yes, here we go. Yeah, I guess right. Yes, Stallings has won every single county. You'll notice that he is more popular in his area. His best county performance is Camas County. He very well could be coming from that county. And speaking of that, we can actually see where he came from because the members, it has it by their hometown right here. Yes, Richard Stallings came from Rexburg. So he's not from Camas County, but he comes from Madison County, which is right here, a very rural county, and he performs 80% there. Why did he do good over here? I just think it's turnout. Let's be honest, only 72%, just 72 voters participated in this entire election in Camas County itself. In Madison County, you got 394, so you got a very low turnout, and you shouldn't expect a turnout really, because this is Idaho. Let's be honest, Idaho is pretty unpopulated as it is, but this is what you're looking at here, and we go over to this area here. Yeah, I mean, let's go ahead and talk about the general race. So it was pretty obvious that Richard Stallings has won by the Democratic nomination. He is a U.S. congressman, after all, beating Matt Schaffer and David Shepard, two no-name individuals that no one really has ever heard about. But obviously, in the general election, you'll see that Stallings performs 43.48%, which is way better than what Democrats performed today in the state. You'll see that, relatively back then, historically, the antenna area, right here, the north, was a Democratic stronghold. It has been a Democratic stronghold for a pretty long time. It's gotten very Republican now. And you have this area also. Very moderate Democrat. Of course, Blaine County is now a Democratic stronghold for some reason. They must have a college or a university there. But the reason and how we can tell that Dirk Kempthrone ended up winning and becoming the next senator was because he carried the populated areas right over here, okay? These are the areas you probably want to win. You have Otta County, which has Boise itself, the capital. And I do want to believe that Boise is probably the biggest city in the state of Idaho. So we could actually check that out. Look up Idaho. Yeah, the largest county. Yeah, Boise is the biggest city, and it being the capital also. So you do have a very, very good result here, but then again, let's just say Richard Stallings is very good up in the north and everywhere else and around. But yeah, I don't know what else to say other than, I'm rest in peace to Richard H. Stallings. He served under, of course, the Clinton administration, and he was a U.S. representative. He tried to run in 2014 at an old age, trying to go for that second district. But he was soundingly defeated, it looks like, by Mike Simpson, by like 61%. He only got 38.6% trying to win that his district back. That proves how long it's changed over time. So anyway, what do you guys think in regards to this video? Let me know down below. And as always, I'll see you all in the next political episode.